What if I told you the high-end look you've been saving up for could come from a yard side table and a single can of spray paint? Everything you're about to see started as a forgotten thrift find, most of it under $2, and walked away looking like it belongs on the shelves at a Pottery Barn in McGee and Co. Welcome back to DIYs with Sonja, the cozy little corner of the internet where we turn budget finds into designer-inspired decor and get that high-end look for a fraction of the price. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and if you love a good thrift flip as much as I do, go ahead and tap that subscribe button so you never miss a makeover. Let's get into it. On my most recent yard sale trip, I spotted this set of wicker trays with leather handles. There were probably three of them originally, but they only had two left, so I came home with one large and one small, and honestly, that's all I needed. Now, here's the exciting part. Trays like these with the woven texture and the leather handles can run anywhere from $200 to $300 at high-end stores. I paid under $2 for the pair. The shape was perfect, the color not so much. There was a blue stripe and a little cross detail and an overall bluish tint that I just wasn't loving. So that's where we start. For step one, I taped off the leather handles to protect them so they wouldn't catch any paint. Then I headed to Home Depot for spray paint. I had my heart set on a khaki Rust-Oleum, but they were out of that shade, so I grabbed a chalk finish spray paint instead. And I'm so glad I did. It was in a rustic taupe. If you've never used chalk spray paint, this is the stuff that dries to a soft, ultra matte, velvety finish. It grips beautifully to wicker, rattan, glass, even metal, with no sanding and no primer needed, which makes it perfect for a project exactly like this. I gave each tray one solid even coat, and this is one of my favorite little decorating secrets. You can completely transform wicker and rattan just by changing its color with spray paint. It's simple, it's fast, and truly anyone can do it. I repeated the same process on the smaller tray and let them both dry. Once they were dry, I took it one step further with a brown antiquing wax. This is my brown wax from Dixie Belle. A dark tinted wax like this is just a secret weapon for adding depth. Instead of a flat painted color, it sinks into all the woven textures and gives the piece that warm, woody, lived-in patina. I brushed on a light coat all over using a brush. With the wax on, I went back over everything with a paper towel and rubbed it all in to blend it out. One little tip here, leave at least 20 minutes between coats so the wax has time to settle in. Then I pulled off the tape and repeated the whole process on the second tray. And here's how they turned out. I am obsessed with this color. If you want to play around, a black wax instead of brown will give you a more of a soft, aged gray. You could also leave them just as the painted color or dry brush a little paint over the top, so your color options here are really wide open. These look gorgeous styled on shelf, coffee table, and an entryway table. I've even used one as a cozy little catch-all basket. The possibilities are endless. Quick pause. If this first flip surprised you, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment and tell me, would you have walked away past these at a yard sale or grabbed them like I did? I read every single one, and if you're new here, subscribe and ring the bell so you're with me for the next two flips because they get even better. From the same yard sale, I picked up this pretty leaf-shaped tray for $2. The shape was lovely, but it had the iridescent finish that just wasn't my style. Now, there are a few different ways to tackle a piece like this. I'm going to show you with spray paint since this video has a bit of a spray painting theme going on, but you could absolutely brush paint this one too. Here's an important tip. You don't want to go straight in with an antiquing wax or gilding wax on a slick surface like this because it'll slide right off. You need a base for it to grip to. For my base, I use a black spray paint called Dark Canyon to give the gold something to hold on to and create a rich dark foundation underneath. While that black was still wet, I went in with antique gold spray paint, and I love this shade because it's a warm aged gold rather than a bright brassy one. So it reads expensive and a little old world. I just gave it a little spritz all over. And here's the beauty of working while it's still wet. If you mess up, you can dab it back with paper towel and it'll blend right in. I was happy with how it was coming together, so I didn't need to. I did the back of the tray first and let it fully dry before flipping to the front. The back actually became my favorite side because of all the little ribs and veins of the leaf caught the gold beautifully, while the inside was a bit smoother. But I repeated the exact same process on the front from black first and then those light spritzes of antique gold. And one more option for you. If you'd rather, you can let the leaf dry completely and use gilding wax over the top instead. That's a metallic wax you simply rub on for gilded highlights. I've shown that technique plenty of times before, so I wanted to give you something a little different here. I think it turned out so pretty. It's going to be the perfect catch-all tray for a coffee table or the side table, somewhere to drop your keys and jewelry, or honestly just a little piece of decor on its own. My last yard sale find was this candlestick holder. Now, candlestick holders can get so expensive at Pottery Barn. They have so many beautiful ones, especially the style that hold multiple candles. So I was thrilled to find this one. Start to finish, this whole project cost me under $5. For step one, I used the same black spray paint and and sprayed the entire thing. Take your time here and keep turning the piece as you go so you can get into all the little nooks and crannies. And don't forget to spray the inside too. You just want a nice, solid, even coverage everywhere. Once that was dry, I went in with black wax, dabbing it on with a brush. This was actually a brand new technique for me, something I never tried before, and I was so pleasantly surprised. The dabbed on black wax gave it this gorgeous aged Victorian cast iron look, almost like real wrought iron. I am completely obsessed with how it came out. And that's the fun of these projects. Sometimes I just like to try something new, even right here on camera, and see what happens. This one turned out better than I could have hoped. And there you have it, three high-end thrift flips, all from one yard sale trip for under $10 total. A set of designer-worthy wicker trays, a gilded leaf catch-all, and a candlestick holder that looks aged iron, all giving that Pottery Bar McGee and Co. look for a tiny fraction of the price. This is exactly why I love thrifting and DIY. The pieces are out there just waiting for a little vision and a can of spray paint. If you enjoyed this one, you know what to do. Give it a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and tell me down in the comments which of these three was your favorite. I'd also love to know, would you like me to flip? What would you like me to flip next? Thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Happy DIYing.